Now, I've received quite a few questions about aperture, aperture corners, aperture corner tension and harmonic slurs. So I've emailed those of you who requested those saying this is on its way. Even though the questions may be slightly different from each individual, the ideas behind what they're asking are very interrelated. So I just want to quickly touch on again, as maybe a refresher if you've seen some of the other videos, or if you haven't looked through all of the other videos, just an insight as to how to efficiently improve your aperture, the workings of your aperture, and how to get around the instrument in a very free, loose kind of way. The biggest problem in all brass playing, especially trumpet, is pinching of the aperture and overblowing. And so working on harmonic slurs and aperture tension is a way of sort of eliminating at least some of the pinching. Now, it doesn't necessarily stop overblowing, but when you start and speed it up and then possibly add the tongue, you will naturally begin to back off the overblowing. In fact, book 2 that's coming out very soon, Reprogramming the Trumpet Machine, is about putting all these, the different components of playing, putting them together to eliminate overblowing and to eliminate pinching. But for now, the aperture corner tension, let's just start by saying ah-ooh, ah-ooh, ah-ooh. Okay, it might sound and feel a little strange, but what we're doing is you will feel the aperture corners come in. They're loose, ah, and then ooh, ooh, you'll feel the corners grip, ah, ooh. Now it's the gripping in right at the corners of the aperture that is very fundamental to pitch change. So once you start and discover, ah, ooh, you don't actually need to move much or anything, and then turn the vocal cords off and use that air. If you can get that feeling in your body, then you've got relaxation in the body, therefore you've got resonant air coming out of the body. It's a term I use, resonant air. In other words, you're going to have a resonant sound because there's no strain in the body. Now you may pick up your mouthpiece or put your trumpet on and go, there's no way that I can possibly play like that. And that's where the visualizer is just crucial, because the brain is so determined to form and shape the way that you've been doing it. To do it any other way is quite difficult. So the visualizer eventually may allow you to just okay, and then just by what looks like a simple exercise, you may find very difficult, because you will want to shape your lips in a particular way, where I'm keeping them very much still. And once you get used to that sensation, then placing the mouthpiece on and doing all the steps from the basic videos is actually quite simple. Like I've done it a million times over the last 10 years. I know that I'm not changing anything, but it takes time to actually get there and believe that you can play like that, and also just to believe that the way that you're set up will create sound. Now, so back to the aperture corner tension, as I've discussed in the shape video and several others, it's the tension in the aperture corners that change pitch. Now, you don't have to blow harder. If I just play C to a G, there has to be movement to change pitch. Now, it's the tension at the corners which changes pitch. So for the girl who asked about how to improve harmonic slurs, in fact on a French horn, Olivia, it's all about starting off slowly and recognising the change, and then when you can feel what you're doing, then you will be able to speed it up. Now, what often happens is that you'll be pinching down in the middle of the lip, and then you're driven to push your air to change pitch. So there is your overblowing and your pinching, where in actual fact, it's the middle doesn't have to change at all. You don't have to do anything to the middle part of your lip. They just need to be loose and vibrate. It's the tension in the corners, ow, ow, that are coming in that way, ow, ow, and you'll see my jaw move, especially in this part of the register. We're moving a fifth from my C to a G. That's the biggest kind of harmonic movement there is on the entire range of the instrument, so there's going to be the most movement there. And as I've said in some other the videos, I can feel the corners change, I can feel the air direction change, and I can feel my tongue arch. Now if you can keep the sound resonant and free and speed it up, there's how to improve your harmonic slurs, and that's how aperture tension works. Firms up, then it expands, then your range expands. And if you're someone who's pushing your air to change pitch, you will have to turn that off as the exercise gets faster. Now Arben has this exercise in his book, but most people don't do it, and he's actually got it faster than what I do it in my book, but it's just one of the fundamental exercises that you must do. So then there's minimal push of the air. There is support, but there's not a push to get all the way through. Okay, so that's a bit on how the aperture and the aperture corners work. That's how to improve on harmonic slurs. The faster you get them, the more efficient you're going to be playing. That'll open up your range, it'll fix your endurance, and it'll get your flexibility really working. If you haven't been to the site before, there's plenty of this stuff around. Check out the 5 basic videos, please. It covers all of the basics that will lead on to the other videos. Please put in video requests or ask any questions that you like, and I'll catch you real soon. All the best.